It stinks in here.
Oh, I know it does.
Bad smell. I think the
not.
bees pooped on
It's
it.
not stinking there.
Yeah, why don't you take these to the laundromat? It's my first time to be in a bee suit. What do you do if your nose itches?
So you've never been in a beehive?
Never been in a beehive, never.
And what makes you want to be in one today, then?
Well, I just think it's neat to know all about the bees that you can.
Hey, good for you.
Interesting.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
This is my sister. And she's never in a beehive. She came to visit me from Tennessee. And look at there. She's wearing the infamous David Burns bee suit.
I'm actually wearing his suit. Wasn't he generous? He let me wear this so I could come out.
And look, you'll never see me in a more white bee suit ever. This is like, you know, you're a brand new beekeeper if it looks so white like this.
It looks like you've never done a thing.
This suit hasn't. I found it in a bucket back there, and I thought, I'll just put this on. You can wear mine.
But I wanted a hat like that.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's super cool. I feel bad that I got left out on the hat. You know, I can do this or, you know, something.
Well, Phyllis, I made a split out of a big hive, I know, a month ago, and I thought it'd be a nice hive for us to look at. And what I'm hoping that we can do, a couple of things. Maybe I want you to be able to hold a bee frame.
Yeah.
Now you can't drop it. So if you hold it.
You had told me that I wouldn't have dropped it. But since you've told me, I probably will.
Now you'll drop it 10 times on my foot, won't you? That's how you get bees up your pants leg, if you drop the frame down there, you know.
Then I definitely will not.
We'll make sure you don't drop it. But I want you to kind of get the idea of what it's like in there.
Yeah.
And we're kind of working between storms. I'm hoping my bees will be nice to you.
We are.
Yeah. So I usually take a little piece of paper like this.
Yeah.
You were in Girl Scouts, weren't you?
Get your kindling going.
Yeah, you got to start.
That's like kindling.
Yeah, you got to start the fire down on the bottom.
Are we going to smoke the bees to sedate them?
Well, it doesn't sedate them.
Okay, what does it do?
They talk through their antenna on their heads, and when you smoke them, that smoke gets to where they can't talk to each other. And so if they can't communicate, they start kind of like calming down because they can't say.
Oh.
They communicate through pheromones by smells. Can you believe that?
So we're taking their smells away.
We're masking it, yeah, with smoke.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten burnt doing that?
Oh, yeah. And I've burnt a lot of stuff doing this. One time I had a hot one and I set it on I had a bed liner, and the back was plastic bed liner.
No, you didn't.
It made a perfect little smoker ring on the back of the liner.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You got to get that going good. So what you want to do, Phyllis, is just, this is their entrance, and they may have some guard bees. So if you smoke a few puffs into that entrance there.
Go all the way down?
Yeah, go right there. Go ahead and puff her. There you go. A little faster. Oh, you got it now. That's good enough, yeah.
My fire went out.
Nah, we'll just have to make it keep going. You got to
more oxygen.
You just got to puff it.
Yeah.
That kind of keeps it going good. Yeah.
So should I do them again?
No, they're good. Yeah.
How can I tell? Because there's only one left?
No, because I saw enough go in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now what do we do?
Well, we're going to take this off. This keeps the lid from blowing.
Okay.
Now, once you come over here with me on this side.
How many are going to come out?
Because we're at the back. Oh, I don't have any idea.
I'm not going to be overwhelmed by this.
Well, you might be. So what we'll do is I'm going to crack this open and smoke under it real gently like this.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to let it sit there for a second.
Okay.
And that'll help calm the bees down.
Okay. And we're actually, what is our job we're doing today?
Seeing how they're doing.
Just checking on them.
Checking on them.
Giving them a checkup.
See what they look like.
They're like, we're going to their clinic to see what they're doing and how they're doing.
So I'm going to open this lid.
And why is the lid sticky and hard
That's what I was wondering.
And hard to open.
I mean, look, a frame is stuck to it. So I got to make sure I don't lift all the frames up.
I was wondering.
There we go.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
So we'll set this over here.
Tell me what this is here.
It's wax, comb. It's just bees make wax.
Okay.
And there's a little space. Anywhere there's a space, they'll put this wax like that.
Okay.
So they add a little space there from the frame to where that top cover was.
Okay.
All right, so what we're going to do, it's going to take a minute because I only put one frame of bees in the middle here a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So all of these frames aren't drawn out yet, or they're not full of bees.
Okay.
So all we have to do is start lifting some frames up. Now, I don't have any.
I wondered how you were going to do that. And why don't you have gloves on?
Well, I won't put any on unless they get kind of where they're stinging me. See, there's some bees there.
Wow.
So
that's amazing.
So to give us room, I'm just going to leave that out of the hive. I'm just going to look at the next one.
Oh, you take each one out. Now, why is this one darker?
It's been used before.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
It's every time.
You can reuse them.
You can use them for about 5 or 6 years, and then you got to replace them.
That's amazing to know.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because it gets so dark.
Wow.
See, that's been damaged.
Now, what's the green stuff?
They're trying to repair it, and they're just scraping some off.
So you're pushing each one back as you look at them.
Yeah.
To the back of the box.
Yep. This one's heavy. That means
I
it has
can
some
tell.
it has nectar in it. Do you see it shining in there?
Yeah, I do. Oh, yeah. I see that.
So I'm not feeding them. That's all the nectar they got out of flowers and brought back.
You don't mean it.
Yeah, within about a week now.
Gosh.
All right, let's look at the next one. It's real heavy.
Oh, it's on both sides.
Yep. Oh, yeah, see that?
My. How many do you think are on this frame? If you
It's
just
hard to tell.
a guesstimation.
Now look at this one right here. Do you see the yellow pollen on her legs?
I do see that.
So she gathered pollen and she's wanting to use it in the hive. It's their protein.
Yeah.
Pollen is. Pollen grains packed on their back legs.
Boy, they are busy.
They are.
And this is a double, or goes on down, I see.
Yeah,
several
there's
frames.
bees down in there in it, 2 deeps. Yep. Now, if we want to smoke them again, smoking them again does 2 things. It helps us remember to keep our smoker going.
Okay.
We puff it like this to kind of rev it up.
Yeah.
So I would just blow a few puffs over the cross tops there. Yeah, that's plenty. That's good enough.
Is that good enough?
Oh, yeah, you did good. So you've been a nurse your whole life.
Yes.
So
Well, not my whole life.
Well,
I was, yeah,
that was your career, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was it. That was my
Look at
career.
that. Isn't that great?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's amazing.
So you see the things that are covered up?
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, those are bees under there that are pupating. They're hatching soon.
Oh my God.
There's eggs and there's larvae and then there's capped over pupae. So those are bees. And this is a very young bee. That one right there.
Oh, I see that.
Because it's really white. Got a lot of white hair on it, blonde hair.
Wow.
So that's a real young bee right there.
Wow. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between a hive and a swarm?
Well, before we answer that, look at this. Does that one look different?
Is that the queen?
It is a queen.
That's the queen.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow, that's the queen.
Isn't that wonderful?
That big little lady right there's the queen.
Yeah. She's the only one in the hive that lays eggs.
Only one.
Nobody else lays any eggs. She's the only one.
Gosh.
And when you're handling a frame like this, we don't want to kill her because she's down in that corner.
I noticed that.
So when we put the frame back in there, we don't want to accidentally smash her against some wood.
Oh, we don't.
So look, she's on the wood, but she's walking around. There she is right there.
Oh, there she is. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
So you're going to let her go up before we put the frame back in?
Yeah, she's in the middle now. So
it's safe to move her.
Sure, we can just set the frame gently back in there like that. And then she won't get hurt, Yeah.
So when you reuse these frames, do you scrape this
off?
off?
You can, yeah.
Or just leave it?
You can. It's better to scrape it off. Keep a little tidy ship,
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But don't throw it in the yard. Kind of hang on to it.
Okay.
Yeah. You got a pocket you can put that in?
Do I?
Yeah, it's just Velcroed.
Yeah.
Just stretch that out. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, let's let you pick up the next frame.
Okay.
I'll pick it up and hand it to you. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah. And you can get your picture taken holding a frame of honeybees. All right. Let's see. Let me look at it first, see what it looks like.
Oh my gosh.
Got some nectar at the top. Look at that
Yes.
shiny. So the way you hold it, Phyllis, is like I am, like these little lips right here, these ears we call them. You kind of pinch them like that.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah.
All right. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a beekeeper meant to be.
Oh,
Wow. There you go.
they are so beautiful.
Aren't they
It's
so busy?
unbelievable.
Aren't they working so hard?
Nature and what God makes.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And
It really is amazing.
yeah, in a normal size hive, there's probably 40 to 60,000 bees working. This one's a little smaller because it's kind of a new split, but there's probably about 10 to 20,000 in there.
Wow.
Now you asked me what the difference was between a swarm and a hive.
Yeah.
And that's a good question. A swarm happens every year when these bees decide to make a new hive.
Okay.
So what they do, they raise a whole bunch of new queens in queen cells.
Okay.
And then half of them will leave with the queen that we saw, their mama. Half of them will fly away to a new spot. Back home, those other queens hatch and they fight until only one is left and she becomes the new queen of the hive.
Wow.
That's how they reproduce.
My goodness.
So once they swarm and they start, building their own hive, that's when they become a hive again.
Well, I'll be.
But scientifically, the hive is actually just the woodenware, the boxes. The bees are called a colony.
Okay.
So it's
All
a
right.
colony of bees in a hive.
Gotcha.
But as beekeepers, we all call them hives.
Okay.
Whether they have,
Yeah.
how many hives do you have? We don't
Yeah.
differentiate.
Now, does each one of your boxes that you've got out here, they have bees in them?
They have bees and a queen. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep, they do.
Wow.
We can walk and look at some more.
That's amazing.
Now I can put this frame back over here and let them work on it. I don't have to put it back where I got it.
Oh, you don't have to put it exactly back where it came out.
Not in this case, because they're kind of small and they're getting started in this top box.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how do you go about looking at your other boxes? You have to take this one, set it aside, and then
You want to
check
do it?
your
Let's
people
do it.
below.
So what you do
Okay.
is you take your hive tool
Uh-huh.
and it's kind of wedged and you try to work it between the boxes like this.
To pick it up?
Yeah, but let me do it.
Okay.
And then once you get it started, you smoke in between. And that calms the bees down below, see?
Okay.
And then once they're calm, you take this box off and set it on top of your top cover behind me over here. Right there.
Oh, set it on your cover.
Yeah.
All right. Do I need to smoke those?
Yeah, go ahead. Smoke across the top 2 or 3 times. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, quite the smoker. And then we would look the same way. Just take the first frame out toward the wall, and it won't have much on it, because I think I started them with about 5 frames maybe.
Oh, really? And
In
when
the
do
middle.
you know when to add? Just as they get populated or what?
We always want to have 10 frames in there,
Okay.
even though the bees may only be on 5. If you
Okay.
leave a space like this, they'll build their own comb and make a mess.
Oh, okay.
So you want them to build on your comb.
All right. I got you.
Yeah. Oh, this one's real heavy. Look at that.
Oh, my gosh. What is that? You tell me, but I forgot.
It's honey. It's capped over honey.
Oh, my.
Yeah. We're going to taste that in a minute, okay?
Okay, good.
All right. So I'll just slide everybody back this way until we get more where the bees are in the middle there.
Now, about how many hours a day, David, do you spend taking care of these bees?
Not as much as I need to, because since I make videos,
Yeah.
I don't get to put the time in the bees, because as soon as I film, I run back to the edit room and edit,
Yeah.
make a video. So
Yeah.
I don't get to do all the work in the bees. I did early this spring. I spent a lot of time working bees, and that was fun. I wasn't doing much filming.
Oh, wow. Look at all that.
Now, see the different color? That's all pollen.
Mm-hmm.
The yellows, the orange.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah.
Gosh, honey has got to be so healthy for you.
Well, yeah. Most of us feel that way. Absolutely. Now, see, bees are in my way here. If I smoke them,
Oh, they'll move.
yeah, they'll move out of my way. I can put my fingers there.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that one's loaded.
Yeah, that's all cap brood. All those bees, roughly that's about 2,000 baby bees soon to be born.
Oh,
Isn't that amazing?
unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, look at this bee here. So I can grab it. Now this bee here, look at that. That's the male honeybee right there.
How can I tell?
He got big eyes and he's
Oh.
got a big abdomen. All he does is only one job. Can you guess what it is?
Yeah.
What?
Populate.
Yeah, he mates with the virgin queen.
Yeah.
That's all he does. He does nothing else.
No work.
Yeah, he won't sting you because he doesn't have a stinger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nope, he only has the male genitalia, and that's all he does.
Wow.
That's where he went when we let go of him. He went off to mate with a virgin queen somewhere.
Wow.
And you can tell the difference. Look right here. See, there's a male bee right there. See how bigger it is?
They are bigger.
But it's not long and slender like a queen is.
No.
She has to have a long abdomen to back down into the cell to lay an egg.
Yes.
And these right here are young larvae, the white grubs down there. And when they get about 8 days old, they'll cap them over and they'll start pupating like this.
Mercy, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's a good brood pattern. That means the queen's laid every egg, that many eggs. She's a good queen, you know.
Yeah, that's a lot of eggs.
Yeah. All right, so let's taste some of that honey. We've seen enough of the inside of a beehive, haven't we?
That is just totally
Now to
amazing.
taste the honey, here's what I'll do. I'll take our frame of honey and I'm gonna get the bees off of it. So all I'm gonna do is shake them off or bounce them off. Watch this.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
It is. Bees are exoskeleton, so they're pretty tough. It's hard to hurt a bee bouncing them off, but you can just go like that. Get all the bees off.
They'll just go onto another frame.
Yeah. Now let's walk over here. Yeah. This has no bees on it. So let's take your hat and veil or unzip it. If you pull that flap up, like this tab, it's got 2 rings. Like 1 ring there, see that?
Yeah.
And 1 on the other side. And then you can just lift it and throw it behind you.
Maybe.
There you go, yeah. Open her up a little bigger if you need to.
Oh, that's good that you have a way out.
yeah, if you need to get out, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most people don't want out.
Not in the bee.
Not out in the bee yard. Most people keep their hat
Like,
on.
oh no, let me put that back on.
That's why I've got my hat on.
Yeah.
So what
you want me to get stung? Right?
Oh, no, I don't.
Now what are we going to do now?
Well, take one of your gloves off, or one of your hands, and I just want you to poke in there and squeeze honey up and taste it.
Poke?
Get up a little higher toward me. Like,
Up here?
Yeah, right up here, right there. Poke deep. Oh!
Oh!
Get a hold of that in your
feel
mouth.
like I'm tearing. Oh!
Just eat the honey. That's what real hive honey tastes like.
I don't want to eat that, do I?
Oh yeah, you can eat wax. A lot of people eat the wax and they swallow it too. It's just roughage. But I'm not keen on it. Remember when we were little, we had those little those lips made out of wax?
We did.
In the 60s.
We
And
did.
we had a harmonica.
Don't tell our age with the 60s.
Did you ever get the wax harmonica? Made out of...
No,
You never got one?
Did that.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't get the harmonica.
Leave a comment.
I got the lips.
The lips! The
I
red
got
lips.
The lips.
Oh, you never...
And they fit in your mouth almost like dentures.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Had a big piece of wax.
Oh, the
inside.
Coke bottles that had...
Oh, the juice in them.
Yes, that was
That was the
wasn't...
best.
I don't think that was beeswax. I think that was paraffin.
That was paraffin, but it has some kind of really good juice. I'm sure that's
It
what-
did. Get you another...
I hate to tear up their...
No, they'll fix that in no time.
Well, I wish I had a spoon.
Yeah.
Mmm.
Isn't that
Man.
something? So what bees do, Phyllis,
Gosh, that is so good.
they fly out and they gather up this nectar from flowers and it's real wet. It's like water. It's 80% water. They bring it back and put it in here and they do this until moisture leaves it. And when it gets to about 16% 16% moisture, they put their wax on top of every cell to seal it off, like canning food.
Oh my gosh.
And that is their preserves for the future. And their bodies make like antimicrobials, almost like antibiotics that's in the honey in the early stages of the honey to keep any bacteria from growing while it's still wet.
Wow.
But once they dry it down like this, they don't have to do that because the way honey is, it won't let bacteria grow in it.
Isn't that amazing?
That's a honey frame.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, how do you get all the honey out if you want to extract it?
If you want to see how I get all the honey out, watch this video right here.
I'm going to eat it all out.
That is, now Patrick encouraged me to make that video last year. It was from the hive to the bottle. and we made a video, and he loves, my videographer Patrick and friend, he loves that video.
He does.
He does. He loves the way he
Well,
filmed. He filmed it. He
video.
filmed it all. We took a frame. We went through the whole process, and I bottled it. I strained and bottled it.
You have to strain it. Why do you have to strain it?
You don't have to, but a lot of people don't want to see a bee leg in their honey or a piece of wax. No, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't mind that at
it
all.
just looks a better presentation.
If
Yeah,
you're
yeah. But that video has done so well. I think I don't know. Do you know how many views it has? Have you looked lately?
Last I looked was 150 or 153.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
153,000 views.
Oh my.
From last summer. So
People love honey though.
they want to know how to,
and beekeeping too, and you know, you've just got so much information that you've put out there to help so many people.
I try. I do. It's a lot of information. Yeah. The bad thing is somebody new will watch my videos. They don't realize that I've been on YouTube since 2008, and I have over 900 videos. They just see the one that I made yesterday.
Yeah, they don't know.
I know, and it's hard to tell them. But look at this. I want to show you what this is here. Look at that.
I was wondering about all of that.
It's a very sticky substance, and it's called propolis. Bees gather it from plants and trees, and they use it in the hive to help stick things together. But get this, fellas, you'll like this. It's an antimicrobial. They coat their frames with it. It kills pathogens and microbes. So it's part of their immune system.
Yeah.
Although inside boxes they'll coat with this propolis and it kills things. A lot of people today will eat propolis or they'll use it for medicinal purposes.
I can see why.
Oh yeah. Some people make great claims. I'm not going to say what they are, but they say propolis will cure this and cure that.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to make those claims.
We're not doctors.
We're not doctors.
We're just scientists.
But some people claim that propolis has really good beneficial medicinal
Seems like
purposes.
they could scrape that and put that into a chewing gum form where you get all that goodness.
They do all of that.
They do it all.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. People.
We can't invent
It's called
that.
It's
already happened.
It's already happened. It's a propolis tincture. They put it in alcohol or something and make it a tincture out of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. To let all that penetrate into the alcohol.
I heard one story. A mother told me that her daughter, made a tincture where it's more liquidy and put it on her acne. And it cured it. It cured it. But here's the problem. The daughter got too aggressive and kept putting more and more on, stronger and stronger, broke out in a rash. So it's potent.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be.
Some people say it's stronger than an antibiotic.
It's probably stronger than penicillin.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yeah. So that's you notice that's what propolis is. So you got honey. You got before they cap it over, it's called nectar. This is all the comb that they build. And see the.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm back up. The frame did not have all these holes?
No, it was a sheet. Here's an example of what it is right there. Look at that. It's just a little sheet, a thin piece of plastic.
And they came in and they made all these holes?
Yes, when they consume nectar or honey, they metabolize it in their body when they're 12 to 17 days old, and the wax glands releases little tiny liquid wax onto plates on their abdomen, and it dries really quickly to flakes. They take those wax flakes and use their mouth parts and legs to form the comb.
Well, now, anybody that's seen this understands busy as a bee.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're busy.
Gosh, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It is truly just amazing.
Now, I thought if you won't...
I better get that. It's about to run off.
Yeah, you get that. If you won't ask this, people watching this video will ask, what are those lines like this? Yep. And to be honest with you, I don't know either. My guess would be this might have been out of the hive before we put it back in a hive, and something just went through there. We might think it was a wax moth underneath that. There's another wingless fly that gets in here, tiny little wingless fly. But it was probably some creature that got in there and slurped that up in a row like that. But a lot of times we think a straight line is something called a wax moth that might get in there. But it didn't do too much damage.
Wow.
Yep. Normally you don't see those lines. Like over here you don't.
Oh, you don't, do you?
Nope. But just some uneven spots where the bees just didn't draw it out real nice. Yep. But that's all capped over honey right there.
Wow. You can see it just kind of bulging underneath, like where it's kind of discolored.
It will saturate the wax. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Finally come through.
It won't come through, but it just gets on there where you know, you can't feel it, but you can see it more.
It's
It looks
amazing.
wetter, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just an amazing.
Well, let's get this hive back together
Okay.
before that cloud dumps on us.
Oh, we better. So we got to put it back together.
Yeah,
now.
we are. And it doesn't really matter where this frame goes. It's just there in case we have a lot of rain. Then the bees that are kind of small and starting out, they can get over there and get that.
Now, since this one is full of honey, just about, will they leave that one alone and go to another frame?
They have a lot of nectar. It's not honey yet, so
Okay.
they're going to use that for their food source. That nectar. Yeah.
Oh.
Honey is just like when Grandma canned food for the winter.
Okay.
That is for future use.
Got you.
Yeah.
But we're stealing it from them.
That's true. We do. One thing about bees, though, they make so much honey.
We have enough left.
Yeah,
don't
that we can.
they
They will.
can share.
They will work themselves to death making a lot of honey.
And they can share it with us.
Yeah.
And it is so good.
Since this has a lot of bees on it, I'm going to put it back where the rest of the bees are over here.
Okay,
I want to
see.
keep their little brood nest there kind of tight together. You know?
I see what you're saying.
Give me a little space to
You
push
want me to
that.
push that
Yeah,
in?
push that in there. I think you're going to have to get you a hive in Tennessee.
I think Tennessee needs a hive.
It does. Tennessee has lots of beekeepers.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. I think you know a few, don't you? I think
I
you.
do. I do know a lot of beekeepers.
I remember you telling me about a lady that you know that I think you've been to her property, haven't you?
Yeah, she's got bees.
All right, so now we're going to smoke this. You want to smoke it again?
Yes, and people always have questions about bees.
Oh, yeah. 2 or 3
They
times.
feel like they're doing something
That's plenty.
harmful, or,
And
you know,
now I'm
they
going to
don't feel
pick
like
this
they're
heavy
doing
box up.
enough.
And I'm going to set it back where it goes.
Okay.
Don't want to squish any bees. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Do I need to do that one?
Nah, they're fine.
They're fine?
Yep. And then we'll put our top on. Yeah,
You got your brick?
I did. Here it is.
That just keeps your top secure, doesn't it?
Yeah, because, you know, it was pretty tight. Once we took the brick off, it was hard to get it off, you know. But I just want to be sure a storm doesn't knock them off.
Yeah.
And you got to see the queen.
I know.
You got to see the queen, the male honeybee, and the workers.
Right.
You got to see honey.
I got to see it all.
Yeah, you saw it all, didn't you? So
And
that's
it was
cool.
really interesting. And I don't think the bees, you know, they didn't even bite your finger.
They don't bite.
Okay, what do they do? Sting.
They sting.
They
yeah.
have stingers.
They
Well,
do.
They didn't even sting you.
No, they didn't.
Not one time.
Hives are always different. They're like people. You can get into a hive and they're gripey and they'll sting you. And then get into another hive, they're nice. It just depends, you know. And a nice hive today can be a little bit cantankerous tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've noticed that when it's getting ready to storm like this, they get a little more
They know it.
defensive, yeah. I think it's because they want to go gather. Yeah, you might want to put your hat back on.
No, I might.
One thing that people do is swat at bees.
Yeah, because it's just an impulse.
But if you swat at them, it increases your chance of being stung. You know?
Wonder why.
Oh, they like the movement. Yeah.
Oh,
They found their target.
okay. They found the target.
Yeah.
A moving target.
Hey, well, this has been great, Phyllis.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been wonderful
And
information. And
Phyllis has her own channel. It's not a beekeeping channel, but she does use honey in her cooking channel.
I do.
And
I really do.
I'll leave a link in the description where you can watch Phyllis's channel. It's called Hazelwood Homestead.
Hazelwood Homestead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do some cooking. We do some thrifting. I go to thrift stores.
You do a good job.
Yeah, and do a few little home tours, those kind of things.
Yeah. And making videos has been good for you, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I'm retired. I'm a retired RN. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been great to keep me busy,
It's
keep
amazing.
my mind going, keep me getting up and going and
Yeah.
doing things and thinking.
Absolutely.
You got to use your brain.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, you can tell that me and you are from the same DNA pool, aren't
Yeah,
we?
we are. And,
Yeah, we
on
like
the
to-
show, my husband, Alan, he also makes furniture.
Oh, I know. He's
And-
making me a table
Yeah, he's
for the
gonna make
kitchen.
you-
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to that.
And so there's some woodworking shows you can tune in, you guys. Are you women who love, a lot of women are into furniture making now and woodwork. So
Absolutely, yeah.
he does a lot of good things, shows you how to use Craig screws and things like that, which I knew nothing about. But
Yeah.
he does a lot of woodwork on
Well,
there.
good for you.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you asked about how to make honey in a bottle, and I am going to refer you to that video, guys.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. Right here is the video, how you take that frame that Phyllis showed and tasted and put it in a bottle. I'll see you in that video. Bye.
Bye, guys.